Today is Tuesday, August the 12th of 2025. My name is Thom Rigsby. Welcome to your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, how you respond in the first 90 seconds of a crisis can determine everything that follows. First, let's get you up to speed with the latest from your ASAT team and the Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for August the 12th, 2025. Up first today, unprecedented flooding has impacted Milwaukee and the broader Midwest region following deadly storms this weekend. The area received around a foot of rain, resulting in widespread water rescues, flooded roads, and damaged homes. The Wisconsin State Fair was canceled on its last day, and a Nebraska prison was so severely affected that inmates had to be relocated. Tragically, at least one fatality has been reported. Authorities have declared a state of emergency in Milwaukee County and are urging residents to stay alert and prepared for further storm risks in the Plains states. In other news, neurologists have revealed the top 3 foods to avoid to protect your brain and nervous system. Experts advise steering clear of canned foods that appear damaged, reef fish, and undercooked pork, all of which pose risks of toxins and infections. They recommend hand washing, peeling fruits and vegetables, and drinking safe water, especially when traveling, to reduce risks of neurological disorders such as stroke and dementia. Turning now to global affairs, ISIS is undergoing a silent resurgence. While the group no longer seeks to control territory, decentralized jihadist cells are adapting to global security gaps by operating through smaller autonomous nodes based in places like Kabul and Mogadishu. This renewed threat extends into cyberspace with digital insurgencies and plans for low-tech but high-impact attacks in the West, focusing on disrupting critical infrastructure and sowing social division. Closer to home, alarming reports have emerged about extremist online networks grooming vulnerable teenagers. The FBI warns that nihilistic violent extremism, driven by chaos rather than ideology, is increasingly targeting minors online, encouraging self-harm and violence. Parents are urged to maintain open communication with their children, monitor their online activities, and seek help immediately if concerning behavior is detected. Finally, nationwide protests and civil unrest continue to pose risks. Various rallies are planned today in major cities, including New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Diego, Houston, Dallas, Ottawa, and Toronto. Situational awareness and caution when attending public events are advised. Report any suspicious activities to authorities and, when safe, notify the American Contingency Team via regional alert channels. For a quick look at today's weather, scattered thunderstorms will persist across the southeast and southern Appalachians, with heavy to excessive rainfall potentially causing flooding in the southern Appalachians on Tuesday. Heat will build across the Intermountain West and Northeast into midweek. Tropical Storm Erin is forecast to strengthen into a major hurricane by this weekend in the central Atlantic, with the East Coast advised to monitor updates closely. Looking ahead in the AmCon calendar, members in the Southeast should note the Huntsville Hamfest from August 16th to 17th in Alabama, featuring an American Contingency informational booth. Also on August 16th, the Broward County chapter will hold their monthly meetup in Sunrise, Florida, focusing on leadership discussions. On August 18th, there will be a Premium Plus and new members call for updates from AmCon leadership. That's the latest for today's AmCon Daily Sit Rep. Stay safe and stay prepared.
Imagine that it's just a normal evening. You're at home, maybe halfway through dinner, then a sudden crash outside. Not thunder, not fireworks, something heavier. The lights flicker. A family member calls you from the other room, urgency in their voice. You don't know what happened. You don't know if the danger is outside or coming through your front door. In moments like this, hesitation costs time, and in a crisis, time is the most valuable resource you have. The first 90 seconds are the window where leadership is established, decisions are made, and momentum is created. At AmCon, we break crisis response into 3 words: assess, decide, and act. When we talk about assess, we stop and take in your surroundings. What's actually happening? Where's the danger? Can you gather information without putting yourself at greater risk? This is about clarity, not panic. Decide. Once you know enough to move, make a call. In the chaos of a crisis, indecision is the enemy. Decide is what's most urgent. Whether that's getting people to safety, calling for help, or stopping an immediate threat. And then act. Move with purpose. Action signals leadership. It creates momentum, and momentum can turn fear into focus for the people around you. In those first 90 seconds, natural roles often emerge. You might be the caller, reaches out for help, whether it's 911, a neighbor, or to your community group. The responder handles the immediate safety concern, administers first aid, secures a hazard, or leads people out of danger. The communicator keeps other people informed and calm, making sure no one is left wondering what's going on. The first 90 seconds aren't about perfection. They're about direction. The faster you move from confusion to coordinated action, the better your chances of controlling the outcome. Remember, leadership isn't about having every answer. It's about taking the first step that points others towards safety and stability. Tonight, I want to suggest that you run a 90-second drill with your family or your team. Don't over-explain it. Just set the scene and start the clock. Maybe it's a simulated house fire. Maybe it's a sudden blackout and a medical emergency at the same time. When the 90 seconds are up, pause. Talk through what happened. What information did you gather first? Who naturally stepped into the roles? Where did you lose time? Then run it again with one improvement each time. You'll be amazed at how quickly confidence builds when you practice under a little bit of pressure before the real pressure comes. Tomorrow on the AmCon Daily Brief, we'll talk about why control and leadership are not the same thing and how confusing the two can sink your crisis response. Thanks for listening to the Daily Brief. If you're already a member, make sure to check out today's resources on the members-only platform or in your Asset app. And if you're not a member yet, head over to AmericanContingency.com to join the network and start building real resilience today. My name's Thom Rigsby. Stay alert and stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.